Closed captioning sponsored by Superior Toyota Hyundai and WVU Medicine Camden Clark. Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is WTAP News at 6.
West Virginia's governor says a mask mandate is not coming back. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Phyllis Smith. As COVID cases rise in West Virginia, Governor Jim Justice clarifies that there is no plan to re-implement mask mandates. Justice also confirmed that the Delta variant is now present in 29 counties. Coronavirus outbreaks have been reported at 5 West Virginia long-term care facilities and 10 churches. While not mandating masks, Justice encouraged West Virginians to get vaccinated, voicing concern over the Delta variant.
If you're walking around at the state fair with people jammed together, or you're walking around at a WVU football game and people jammed together, you have an incredible chance, if you haven't been vaccinated, of really having a problem.
Governor Justice mentioned today that it is the last day to register for the Do It for Baby Dog vaccine sweepstakes. Winners will be announced this Thursday. Turning to the weather, meteorologist Kirk Greenfield joins us now with the first look at your forecast. Kirk?
Well, we're into the month of August, and you would expect that it'll be hot and muggy. Well, give it a chance. It'll get that way a little later on this week. When we take a look at our view here up in Marietta, it looks pretty nice here. We're looking at blue skies and puffy clouds, 79 degrees on the Jantills Marietta Skycam atop the Lafayette Hotel. 40% relative humidity, winds out of the east-northeast at 8. That makes for a nice, refreshing view. The barometer 30.07 inches is falling, but it's a pretty fine day out there. As we look at the evening planning, still sunny and pleasant at 8 o'clock. Not a bad day if you're into walking or jogging. It looks like by midnight we'll be down to 61 and still mostly clear. So if you're into stargazing, this might be a better night for that. I'll be back in a few minutes to talk about when the Muggies return to the Mid-Ohio Valley. Back to you.
Thank you, Kirk. If there is a mask mandate for the local area, it's not likely to come from the Mid-Ohio Valley Health Department. That was discussed recently by the Health Board, one of many issues related to the current rise in COVID-19 cases. Todd Boucher is live in the Digital Center. He has the latest on the fallout from the Delta variant.
Well, County Commission President Blair Couch is the Commission's representative on the Multi-County Health Board. He says it's waiting to hear if Governor Jim Justice, and you heard earlier that's not the case so far, it reissues a statewide mask order. For now, the health department's emphasis, much like that of West Virginia's and other states' governors, is encouraging people to get vaccinated. That, according to Couch, is what Health Officer Dr. Charles Whitaker told the board last week. In Wood County, 40% of the county's population is fully vaccinated. That, according to the West Virginia DHHR, in its numbers released just today.
He believes that the only safe and secure way to keep people from getting sick is to get vaccinated. And he talked about vaccine hesitancy and how the health department's trying to overcome that.
Counties surrounding Wood County are showing even smaller percentages of their populations have been fully vaccinated. Couch says the discussion last week was that some refusing to be vaccinated were concerned about how it would affect their abilities to have children in the future. Now, in terms of the infection rate, most area counties are now yellow on West Virginia's color-coded map. Pleasants County is the only one colored green. A few weeks ago, they, along with the rest of the state, were all green, Phyllis.
Todd Boucher reporting live from the Digital Center. Todd, thank you. The current Republican challenger to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine visits Marietta this afternoon. Former Congressman and businessman Jim Renacci spoke to a gathering at the Washington County GOP headquarters and later visited the county's drug court. One issue he addressed was the 2-year budget approved by the Republican-controlled legislature and signed into law. He says it's too heavily dependent on spending, adding states with larger populations have smaller spending plans.
We got to reduce spending. We got to reduce our taxes so we can be more competitive. That starts with our spending. And number one, if we're spending $80 billion when a state like Florida is spending $88 billion, twice the size, we got to look at our spending issues and get that under control, because once we get spending down, we could do so much more for our state.
Renacci continues efforts to tie DeWine to the state scandal over the rescue plan for 2 of Ohio's nuclear power plants. He also blames the governor for last year's downturn in the state's economy resulting from the shutdowns in the early months of the COVID-19 pandemic. Ohio lawmakers will meet Friday to begin the process of redrawing the state's congressional and legislative districts. Governor Mike DeWine says the commission will meet to begin the new redistricting process before the mid-September deadline to complete the new maps. The data will include counts of population by race, Hispanic origin, voting age, and housing occupancy status at geographic levels, as well as neighborhoods. The data will be used for drawing voting districts for Congress and state legislatures. The release of the data will happen more than 4 months after the April 1st date on which it normally arrives due to the impact of the coronavirus. Today is the last day of West Virginia's back-to-school sales tax holiday. During the 4-day period, certain items are exempt from the state sales tax. That includes school-related items like clothing, supplies, instructional manuals, laptops and tablets, and sports equipment. Those items can be bought tax-free at stores, online, or by telephone, mail, or custom order. The sales tax holiday also includes local municipal taxes. This is the state's first back-to-school sales tax holiday since 2004. Kroger is asking customers across the country to put their masks back on. Kroger is strongly encouraging everyone to wear a mask regardless of their vaccination status. Unvaccinated associates are required to wear a mask, but the grocery retailer wants everybody to do it once again. The company says it will continue to follow all state and local mandates. Last week, federal health officials recommended everyone go back to wearing a mask indoors, but stopped short of making it a federal mandate. NBC's America's Got Talent returns next week for the start of the live shows, but when it does, a local fan favorite will not be taking the stage. Singer Jane Marcheski announced on Instagram today that she's having to drop out of the competition because of her health. The singer, who goes by Nightbird, is from Zanesville. She had battled breast cancer multiple times and had been declared cancer-free last summer. In January, just weeks before her AGT audition, she learned the cancer had returned and spread to other parts of her body. She said she was told she had a 2% chance of survival. When she auditioned for the competition, Simon Cowell gave her a golden buzzer, moving her into the live shows. Still ahead, early voting for Tuesday's special election in Ohio wraps up, and tomorrow is Election Day. Next at 6.
The humid and warm days of August are on the way again, but not at the start of this week. That's next.